Hi there, folks, and we've got racing today out at Turffontein. It's Saturday, the 9th of July. Good to be with you. I had a nice day out in Quebec yesterday. It was beautiful weather-wise. I've come back to a bitterly cold morning here, but let's hope that it improves during the course of the day. We've got Lyall Cooper on standby to do today's racing at Turffontein. It's on the Standside track for our Saturday racing. A very good morning to you, Lyall. How are you?
Morning, Nico. Yep, looking forward to today's racing. It looks like it's going to only get up to 17 degrees, so probably a bit chilly here today. But we've had a warm July, I reckon, so far. It hasn't been too bad, Nico.
No, not too bad, but we've only been one weekend. So let's see how we progress during the months of July and August. I'll bring you the up-to-date changes as we go through the card today, but because there have been quite a few withdrawals in the last 24 hours or so. So I'll be running through those while Lyall runs through his selections. I must admit, I haven't looked at all, Lyall. So I'm in your hands because I was down in Quebec yesterday. So you are our main man today. Let's go to the running of the first race, where there are two scratchings now. Number 5, Slinky Pimpy, and number 6, Tamara's Tree are out in race 1. So you can scratch through those horses. By the way, the track condition is good. So the betting here would suggest Quantum Theory being all the rage, is shortened into 8 to 10. But this filly Intoxicating may have a say at the end, because I see that she's getting a weight allowance. And then you've got Acorn at 4 to 1. How do you see the first race working out?
Yeah, you know, Nico, if you go into the form lines of number 2, Quantum Theory, they are exceptionally strong. That second on debut behind Thunderstruck, 7 winners. That last win, Mercantour has come out from that form line. And although Quantum Theory gets that 4 kilograms now, obviously 60 kilograms as opposed to 56 last time,
yeah,
I do believe this is the horse to beat. I mean, on form lines, very, very strong. Number 1, Acorn, of course, could be a nice little improver here going over 14. I mean, he's done nothing wrong. That run last time out behind him was Destiny of Souls, Mo Jive, and Ashanti Sword. So I think plenty improvement to come. And Acorn's mare did win twice over 1400. So he should love it with the informed Gavin Larena. And then, as you mentioned, number 7, Intoxicating. Good second behind Maharani last time. Reported not striding out. And behind her were Rock the Fox and Ashanti Sword as well. I do think on paper, Nico, that number 2 is very, very strong here. But being 2-year-olds, 2, 1, and 8, I respect all 3, but on the form lines, number 2, Quantum Theory, should be hard to beat.
Okay, so I like Quantum Theory ahead of Acorn and 7, not 8, Intoxicating
7
in this race. So it boils down to the top ones there, but Lyall is firmly in the camp of Quantum Theory. Okay, race 2 opens up the bipod at 1 o'clock. There are 9 races today. This is a juvenile plate for fillies. It's over 1,400 meters. Let's take a look at the changes in the second. In race 2, there are no scratchings, and in fact, there are no changes. So no changes in the second race. Looking at the betting, you've got 7 to 10 about number 3, None Other, or very short 7 to 10, 5 to 2, Barmaid, and then after that, 9 to 2, Trentino. Give us your thoughts on race number 2.
Well, on paper, None Other is unbeatable, Nico. Craig Zaki, Lucky Udalakis, the family of Illa de Vittoria. That third behind Maharani in the Group 2 speaks for itself. That third behind Maharani last time, good run. The form line we'll see from race 1, Intoxicating, see how she runs there. She was in that race last time out, but on form here, she's unbeatable, Nico. Obviously, number 1, Barmaid with the informed Paul Peter Warren Kennedy combination. We have to respect this. And Tony Peter did say big runner. We have to take note of that. But form-wise, I cannot look past number 3, None Other, but we'll give respect to number 1, Barmaid, from that draw of 1.
Okay, so that is quite a strong bet then. None Other, 7.5 to 10 in race 2. Okay, on to the third race, the opening leg of the place accumulator at 13.35. This is a maiden plate over 1,160 meters. And here, number 8, Love Me Again, is the favorite at 14 to 10, with Burgess coming in for the support here from 5 to 1 to 33 to 10. And also money for Ignatius, number 7, into 4 to 1. Your assessment?
Yeah, well, it's a weak field, obviously, Nico. So we're going to end up going with number 5, Burgess, because of that run last time. The second behind Pinch Hit. Spielberg came out on Thursday and ran a really good race from behind. The time that Pinch Hit won was good too. So that should be the horse, and we know how well Keegan DeMello is riding. To beat home, number 8, Love Me Again, who's drawn 1. That's a little bit of a worry, but it was a good debut. And again, Tony Peter did say good chance of winning. He also was worried about the draw. So for me, 5 from 8, pretty much those two. And then, of course, Ignatius, number 7, and number 10, Run for Cover, where the mare, by the way, won over 16 plus. So this should be sharp for Run for Cover, but she is nicely bred. So 5 from 8. I think the race almost stops there with maybe that 7, Nico.
Okay, 5 from 8. So you've got a few compression masks on. I see that Run for Cover, the 10 has got a compression mask on, and so too is number 11, Texas Red, a pressure halter on number 4, Black Lightning. So your top choice here to wrap it up in the third?
Number 5, Burgess. I think on that last run, if reproducing the last run, should win this race.
Okay, so Burgess is the horse to beat there from the St. John Gray stable. I slapped a tongue tie on that one. Okay, let's move on to the fourth race. Race number 4 on the card is the start of the pick 6 today at 10 past 2. It's a maiden plate fillies and mares over 1,160 meters. In race 4, number 4, Titsikama Pearl races with a pressure halter on. Here's the betting. Another short priced Aralina is at 8 to 10 with Madam Vicky coming in for some support down to the bottom there from 5 to 2 into 22 to 10.
Nico, it's a straight match race again here. So this is why it's quite an easy start to the card. Aurelena, the daughter of Salvador, I've chatted to Manu Pandarim, the owner. He's very confident about this horse as a whole, not just for today. She did run that very good second on debut. Silver Clocks come out and won. The time that Antigua Night won was 67.9. Nothing wrong with that time. So there's not one single negative about number 2, Aurelena, and I've got confidence from the owner. So that is the horse to beat. The only one we have to respect is number 8, Madam Vicky, JP van der Merwe for Alec Laird. Very, very strong form line, and there should be plenty of improvement to come from the daughter of Master of My Fate. And if you look at that debut, she was backed into 9 to 2 from 14 to 1. So I do respect number 8, Madam Vicky, and she could really make number 2 run. But because of the confidence I got from Manu, I think number 2 for me is the horse to beat her. Pick 6, though, we'll put them both in.
Okay, so it boils out to a 2-horse war there, but Aralina is fancied by the owner and by the yard. Let's move on to race number 5. This is a much bigger field. There have been a few withdrawals here, so let's run through those first. Scratched on numbers 8, 9, 10, and 18 are out of that race at this stage anyway. Just updating it. Scratched 8, Scotta D2. 9, Feather the Nest, 10, Indigo Winter, and number 18, After Hours, all come out of this particular race. So break it down for us. How are you siding here? It's obviously open.
Good luck to us, Nico. I think this is impossible. Number 6, Written in Stone, they all come off this coming in hot form line. Written in Stone, Integrate, a few others. For me, Written in Stone, probably the horse to beat. Brett Weber for Jeff Saister. I call Jeff Saister now 4,000 to 1 man, that double he rode.
Yes.
I really like that second that he ran last time, the son of Pathwalk. Number 16, Irrevocable Dream, probably my value bet on the card. Pelisandium Corley for Fani Bronkhorst. It was second behind Scottadito last time, would have been 1.5 kilograms better off. Obviously, Scottadito is a scratching. I just think with 52.5 kilograms in the inform Fani Bronkhorst, that this horse is some nice value. We have to mention number 14, Edward Longshanks, also in that same form line behind Scottadito, 4 kilograms better off, also coming off that coming in hot form line, but is held on that one. So I must mention that. And then horses like number 5, Integrate, obviously a big runner on those last 2. And then another one I'm going to mention is number 13, Back to Basics, also coming off the coming in hot form line. So Nico, I mean, having spoken about horses like Kunda Mzala, I think this is a nightmare of a race, but I'm going to go 6 as my selection, and my value bet is number 16, Irrevocable Dream.
Okay, 6 Written in Stone and Irrevocable Dream. I was on Irrevocable Dream last time out when it got touched up by Scottadito. I thought it was a wonderful run, and that stable, as you mentioned, are pretty hot at the moment. So interesting first leg of the first jackpot there. You'd be advised to play wide. I know that Lyall's given us a first jackpot to play today on behalf of Clocking The Gallop. So thanks very much for those numbers. You can find that in our Take a Bet slot. Which I took field, Nico, in a separate video. Yeah, you did. Okay, let's move on to the 6th race at 3:15. It's a merit rated 96 handicap over 1,000 meters. Here you can scratch number 6, Spanish Boy. It's an important scratching to note. And then number 5, Goliath Heron, Alamites in front, Unshot behind. Let's look at this betting. 5-2, it's about time. 3-1, quite a trip. Stable Companions, and then 7-2 about Goliath Heron. Again, despite the fact that there are only 8 runners, it's open.
Yeah, well, thankfully there's 7 runners now with Spanish Boy out. Thank goodness, Nico.
Yeah.
Because I think the only one that can't win here is Sullenberger and Famous Last Words. All other horses can win. So, excuse me, all 6 of them have a winning chance. But we have to have an opinion. I'm going number 2, Quite a Trip. Although he's got the 61.5 kilograms, very much informed Gavin Marina aboard. He is 2.5 kilograms better off with Goliath Heron, and he's in a good space, is Tony Peter, by the way. So Quite a Trip. And then number 7, Big Eyed Girl. I just thought it a bit of I think she might be some value there. She's really running well. She's a speedy little filly, this one. 54.5 kilograms on her back, and another informed Keegan Namello aboard. I'm going to not let her get around. But Casso and Berno, it's about time. Goliath Heron can all win this race. And I'm going to mention Twice as Splendid as well. I think they literally all have a chance, Nick. I'm going to go with Quite a Trip, but it's a good race, this one.
It is a good race. When you mentioned Twice as Splendid, it came back to me. The reason why I didn't like it last time out was because I thought it was just too far. I think this is certainly within the grasp of Twice as Splendid. So I'm happy that you did mention him, because I think down there at 7-1, I might be taking a few each way around on that, because I think he's more better suited than he has been in his last 2. I think 14.50 is too far for this horse, and I think up the straight's better. So I'm there that Twice as Splendid definitely warrants inclusion. Okay, the 7th race runs at 10-4, 15.50 for a merit rated 72 handicap. It's over a mile. Let's have a look at race 7. Scratch number 8, Ashanti Sword is the scratching. That's the only change here. And let's run through it. Again, open as far as the betting's concerned, because 3 runners are at the top of the boards. 3 Cert Talent, 4 Humble Tune, and 5 Coming in Hot, all at 4-1. And then a couple of horses at 11-2, basically in Kabisi and Quattro Parsi. 6-1 Electric Gold, 7-1 Secret is Ours. Again, Paul Peter holds a strong hand in the race. What did you make of the 7th?
Well, again, I think it's all the first 6 horses have chances, numbers 1 to 6. I'm going to go with number 1. Secret is Ours. There's a bit of value. I don't think that was his run last time. And if you go back to 1 or 2 of his earlier runs, he does hold quite a few in the race here. Gabriel Peterson, my non-blood nephew, he's riding and taking the 2.5 kilograms off. I think he'll give it a good run here. I think it's a big runner here. Number 2, Mkabesi. Myself included, I've always underrated this horse. I think I need to start just including Kabesi. That win last time out was from a draw of 11 of 12. Okay? So nothing wrong with that. Number 3.
And Golden Tune won again after that. That was the dead heat of Golden Tune, but the Golden Tune has won again since, yeah.
So Mkabesi really is improving. I thought Sir Talon's a big runner on form lines. And then Humble Tune, of course, lovely second last time, coming in hot. Electric Gold, we cannot leave out the 2-year-old. And then just heard Billy chatting about Quadro Passi, but he did mention more a placed quartet chance. So for me, 1 to 6 here, Nico, again, I think it's quite tricky.
Yeah, all of those horses deserve to be thrown in. 1 through to 6 number order there. That isn't easy to pick the winner. And as I said, the value may well be with Secret is Ours there. As Lyall mentioned, number 1 at 7-1. The 8th race at 4:25 is a fillies and mares 95 divided handicap over the 1400 meter trip. In race 8, you can take out number 1, Mill Queen, who I know was Neil Andrews' fancy here quite strongly. He quite liked Mill Queen, but it's scratched. 8 Spice Market has a compression mask on it. Betting 2-1 Lucy in the Sky. Now, I know that you fancy this one, Lucy in the Sky. Neil liked Peyton's Tears and a bit of Crimson Princess, who I liked last time out. But what did you think?
Yes.
Did you think did you think 3 was unbeatable?
No, I don't think it's unbeatable, Nico. I just struggled to find bankers. But Lucy in the Sky, let me tell you a little story that everyone might not know. Brett Weber, I've chatted to Brett Weber quite often at the races, and she doesn't like summer. In other words, she doesn't like rain. She doesn't like yielding. She doesn't like soft. She doesn't like any of those conditions. If you look at her form lines here, she loves hard going. And he said to me, as soon as the rain stops and it gets to winter and it becomes hard again, then she's back to her old self. And she really is very talented. So this time of year, she is just really, really talented. So she is going to be my selection. I do believe she has to beat Anne Boleyn. I think Anne Boleyn's a big runner here. And then, of course, Peyton Tears and Crimson Princess. But we have to take a stand somewhere. And I think with it going nice and hard, I think Lucy in the Sky will give us a fantastic run for our money.
Okay, I must just add to that. I popped into the Decot Yard during the week in Joburg, and I saw Assistant Elson and Zalana there. I asked him what they had on the day. He said they did a Mike's check, but he said that she'll need the run, was the comment there that I got. So I could see there's a bit of support for it into 9-2, but the stable comment to me was that she'd need the run, and he didn't seem to be bullish at all on that one. So just to pass that on to all our viewers as well. I want to include the 7 Crimson Princess only because of the fact that I did like her last time out when I studied form, and that was in a graduation plate. So if I liked in a graduation plate, I'd like in a Fillies and Mares 95 handicap. So I'd like to chuck her in. Okay, the 9th and last race of the day. That is due up at 5 p.m. this evening. It's a Fillies and Mares 77 divided over 1,400. Obviously, the split of the previous race. Scratch here, number 9, Angel's Wish, is out. Number 2 and number 3, Golden Aspen and Little Miss Sunshine, both race with compression masks on. Emerald Princess is the favorite, was all the rage last time out. In fact, was heavily back last time out to win, and that she did. She's at 18-10. Is she your fancy?
Well, Nico, I think a lot of people are talking about Special Variety being unbeatable here in the final race, but I'm actually leaning towards Princess Philippa. Pelisanium Tori for Stewie Pettigrew had Halloween behind. If you go back to the 22nd of February, Halloween was behind. So I think we need to just draw a line through that last race. That's not her. Look at those previous two. 2.5 lengths behind Bella of Belize, and that 2 3/4 lengths behind Lucy in the Sky. For me, this is the horse here with 56 kilograms. It could be very dangerous at that price. Obviously, massive respect for Special Variety, and we're not going to let number 1 Emerald Princess run around Lucia either, because that was a very good win last time. And Tony Peter did say that Emerald Princess is in a very good space. But I'm going to go in that order. I'm actually going to take on the favourites here, 6, 4, and 1 in the final race.
Okay, so going for a bit of value, Princess Philippa. I know we've liked her before, but you say what happened last time out? I mean, it really was bad. Do you think it was maybe the second run after rest syndrome? What was it?
It really was a bad run. I don't know what happened there, Nico, but I mean, that just can't be her, because her form before that really was exceptionally good. I mean, that, like I said, that run behind Lucy in the Sky and that run behind Bella of Belize were 2 very good runs. So if she brought those, then I don't know what happened last time. Let's hope she gets over it. She's beautifully bred. And, I had a long chat with Pelisanium Oli the other day, and he's confident, he's bullish. He's going to lose his claim soon. So let's hope he can give us a go here. But I have heard the dogs are barking about number 4 Special Variety, Nico.
Yeah, I know Neil mentioned the 4 Special Variety as well in his voice note to me this morning. I'm surprised to still see it at 3-1, but
it's a good price.
Like you say, there are lots of people talking about that. Golden Aspen, just one other. Golden Aspen won well last time out, and Marco van Rensburg's got his tail up. He's been down in the dumps a bit, but I think that he's been winning races, and it's nice news for him. So I just wanted to maybe throw that one into the mix, because she could well fill up, even though she hasn't got the best draw.
Yeah, so it's not a bad price either. And Marco, his strike rate is actually quite good recently. He gets one right and he wins with it. So he must be quite confident of another good effort from Golden Aspen. Yeah.
Okay, superb stuff. That's Lyall Cooper. Unfortunately, we got a bit of breakup. I think this load shedding's accounting for that. So we didn't really hear the last bit that you had to say there. But thanks very much, Lyall. I appreciate your time on the show. I know that you're working out at Turffontein today. I've got the weekend off from racing, certainly from a working perspective, but Clocking the Gallop does continue. But enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you out at the races later on, and really appreciate your feedback and your input for today.
Thank you so much, Nico.
Yeah, enjoy the weekend. That's Lyall Cooper then on Clocking the Gallop for the Saturday.